Hey everyone! Hello! Welcome back to some more Let's Play The Legend of Blacksilver. In the last episode, we had finally earned enough money by delivering parcels and killing creatures to visit the island cavern. We had all prepped up for it, at least as much as I thought we needed to be prepped up. We went in there. I panicked when I realized that thumpers can destroy my armor. But we did it! We succeeded! We explored those 4 levels of that dungeon. Wasn't too bad in the end. Wasn't terribly profitable either, though, all things considered. But we earned a few silver coins. We'll get to see where those are used in the future. We earned the relic for Owl Temple, which we returned. And we earned a red gem, amongst other things, while we were there. Off screen, I have walked around a bit and done some supplying and getting ready for our next objective. And I may or may not have attempted to improve my dexterity again here, but I can tell you that whether or not I had attempted it, that we still have a dexterity of 30. I attempted it twice and I did miserably compared to the first time. Both times I had tried it again. So dexterity for us, 30, that is. Dexterity 30 for us, at least at the moment. And now, let us continue our adventure. I did not yet return to Several. I will not do any real thing that doesn't beyond... I guess I should call it grinding off-screen. Grinding we'll do off-screen. Everything else we'll do on-screen. And even then, we'll probably still do a good amount of the grinding on-screen also. Oh, that's right, we have equipment. No, we'll say no to this. We now have a superb club and a great club. I used to have a few staves, and then these clubs I found off of creatures that I killed. Both of them. That was amazing. Holy crap. Like, amazingly good drops right there. I think I also had broken a staff and a club during my walking around adventuring, so. I've picked up a few more life elixirs. We had, I think, 2 when last we had left off together. Now we're up to 8. Okay. Oh, right. Oh, almost done. Hold on. And as you can see, I have resupplied some of our glow tips and armor enchants as well. Up to 10 glow tips, 7 armor enchants, 4 light spells now, and 20 tongues of flame. The reason for all the a flume. We haven't seen a flume before. Are you a friendly flume? No. You're a fuming flume. Well, we'll flail a fuming flume for fiat francs. Oh, this flume's got lots of hit points. But not enough. Needed more hit points. Can we eat its flesh for food? We cannot. 86 bucks! Wow! That's like 3 or 4 chests inside the island, island caverns. I did consider going back in there again, as it's a more exciting way to earn money, but the amount of money I would earn wouldn't be very much compared to the time I'd be in there and the risk I'd be taking of having some equipment broken, so, especially our chainmail. Anyway, let's go into the castle. Right, warp speed. So even though we did not find the orb yet, I think our adventure in the island caverns might have been enough to award us more fame, tales of our deeds that I'm sure we spread around. And as such, maybe we've earned enough experience points to level up again. Oh, also off-screen, I was privy to several earthquakes which transpired. Nothing too big, in so much that we didn't lose any hit points from their occurrences, but they are happening. That's the only regret I have when I'm recording off-screen, is things of that sort, like the very first earthquake. Nothing in particular like really happens, but I would like to record one of them on screen. So maybe we'll get kind of lucky and see that one happened. Anyway, we're going to check the apprentice first, just to see if he has anything new to say. I don't believe he says anything new whatsoever to us, but we'll talk with them. Unfortunately, I'm not going to warp speed conversations, just because I don't want to accidentally potentially miss something. I'm busy. Go away now. Go away now. What a jerk. Yeah, I don't think he's going to say anything else. He's probably jealous that we just walked back here and killed a handful of orcs that he wasn't able to do anything about because he doesn't know any offensive spells. And then we got instantly promoted to apprentice, something that he probably took him years. Decades to do. That's right, decades. Really quick, I'm checking to see if any other chests refilled. I don't think so. So, as you'll note, there was a sealed chest down here. We can go and open it. I guess we'll open this one. I generally actually don't re-raid the chests inside the castle. I feel a little guilty taking the money that they're getting through taxes or tithes. But we'll open one chest while we're here. $200. That's like 2.5 flumes. And just think of it, viewer. Our protagonist here has killed now probably close to 100 or something creatures out there in the above world, where he was a simple serf before. My goodness, the things one does to save the countryside and impress a princess. All she gave us was a feather. But then again, her brother let us raid all those chests, so I suppose in the short term, that would have panned out for us if we were just a thief. Greetings from the wizard Cereval. There's little more I can help you with without my orb. I've heard that the quakes seem to be disturbing the tides of Bantros. Okay, we did not level up. Well, that's awkward. I thought we did. Okay. This is what, like 11 years between the times you've last played the game does to your memory, viewer. 8 or 12 years. I think it's been 8 years. The prince won't have anything new to tell us either. So, I will say a few things now that are a bit spoilery, but I have a hunch either most of you have played this game before or will not be playing this game. So, you want to be a little careful about when you go and talk to Severall, insomuch that if you do intend to do any long-term potential package deliveries, you want to make sure that you don't have any package deliveries on you when you speak to him. This is because the destination could have something bad occur to it, where you will be unable to turn in said packages. Oops, that's the wrong thing to press, Tim. Okay, so there was nothing there. I thought for sure we'd leveled up, but, well, we did not. So then our next task... I guess the only hint we have of what we should do next is that red gem. So why don't we go and see about spending it? 1 Amazar ahead. We'll wait. Had nothing good. Decided to leave us. We don't need to visit any towns, but we do want to visit Hawk Temple. Tingler. Immediately starting with the tingling. Sure. It's flesh for food. 16 days. Unknown creature. It got away. So I think what we'll do when it comes to this gem... Ooh, wow, 34 bucks. Very nice. We'll skip that food. Actually, we should stop by A-Town just to see if any other weapons or armor is available. A Bantog. We'll walk right up to it. I know you're a jerk, but I'll give you a chance to show me you're not. I'll let you go for 14 gold. No, I'm sorry. We get to kill you now, Bantog. A stench creep. We haven't had creep casserole in a while. Let's see if we can get some from this creature. Ah, 62 gold, though. As you guys can tell by now, generally, places that are not the forests or the plains, the creatures there carry more cash on them. We should be focusing on those locations, then. Focusing is the wrong term. If I wanted to grind world creatures, mountains, deserts, and marshes would be the better places to go. But deserts are tricky. The creatures in deserts are very, rather than being very slippery, much more difficult to hit with weaponry. And since we haven't improved our intelligence at all, using spells to down them quickly is not efficient. Our spells our magic flames are more likely to miss. Oh, sorry, viewer. There we go. I suppose we can play a little bit of Dragon Wheel, since we have 840 bucks. Let's talk to some people first. Yeah, okay. Oh, well, okay. This is a Dragon Wheel game. We'll go ahead and do it. So we don't need directions. We know how this works. We'll bet 20 gold. We'll play 100 gold's worth of game here. If we lose more money than we bet, obviously we'll stop. So we'll have to hope for no double or triple dragons. No match. Try again. I like slot machines. They're the only games I play in Atlantic City. Hey, 60 bucks. We kind of make up a little bit of that money that we spent. This was our third bet, so we're back up to exactly what we spent. So 2 more spins for us. I played nickel slots in Atlantic City when I have gambled down there. It's the only game I'll play. I like all the lights and what have you. And nickel slots mean I can play quite a few games with a bunch of nickels as opposed to like 5 cents a spin rather than quarter slots, which will eat a lot of money very quickly. And I think in one slot machine... Hey, okay, we made a little bit of money there. We will not bet again. We are done. That was $100 worth of spins. It is. Thank you. I believe I made 80... No. Like, over... Was it over $100 or just under $100? I think it was just under $100, which was enough at the time to cover the dinner entertainment for Atlantic City, because I had brought Liz there for her birthday. She was my girlfriend at the time. Good times. Do me a favor? Sure. I need this package taken to Bad Axe. By the way, you can say no and they call you lazy. There's no real reason not to take the package. Food and water. We'll buy 45 days of food, effectively for free, thanks to the game we just played. I do not know if in this game, if the town attacks you if you gamble too much. Right? That happened in Legacy. If you broke the bank because you won like flip-flop too effectively, like you cleared out the house, every guard in the place would attack you. What's our balance here? 1,800? 2,300. Nice. We don't play high-low. Let's take out some of our money here. Not too much. We'll just take out 34 bucks. I remember this game eventually having enough money that I could live off the return of our investment. Flails are now for sale, and that's a good flail. We'll buy one of those. Hard Knocks armor. We'll buy Superb Hide as well. This way, if our armor does get busted for some reason, I have a backup. I guess we'll start... Why don't we use the Superb Club and we'll sell this Great Club and buy another good flail? My goodness, the weapons are, like... I don't... Like, they're increasing in their type very quickly. Or rather, much... Oh! No. We will buy... No. Let's walk out with what we have. I want to show you guys something. So, we could have sold our Great Club there for 151 dollary dues. Let's go to another town. Here's Bad Axe, and we'll sell it here to the merchant. And by sell here, I mean we'll show you how the price of it here. I think the weapon store's up here. This is the armor. This is Al's armor. Smash and bash. Okay. So if I was to sell our Great Club here, $107 for this Great Club. This means that weapons here are sold for less money. There's a fail flare. Fail flare. There's a fail flare for $205 here. We bought our good flail for 300 something, right? Or 261 at the last place we visited. If they sold Superb Armor here, it would be cheaper than the armor we had just purchased. So if we want to sell weapons and armor, there's a... I think it's... Oh, Crystal something. Crystal Cove is the place we want to go to sell weaponry. We took out 34 bucks. We made 18 already, just walking right over here. So, let's talk about these spells really quick. I want to talk about... Oh, no, we'll wait. It won't make much... I mean, it'll make sense. But I want to wait to have something else to talk about with you guys later when it comes to spells. Once we are able to improve our actual casting skill for spells, we can begin covering a little bit of the importance of when to purchase them and so on, and what those skill upgrades do. I guess we could talk about this briefly. So, like how healing potions, life elixirs, cost more money with the more maximum hit points you possess, spells cost more money the greater your skill with the spell is. Which I think is rather rude. Like, how do they know that you're skilled with those... Oh, hey, Earthquake! And this happens from time to time now. Like, how do they know what your skill with Magic Flame is? Like, do you have to pass, like... You walk through some sort of, like... It's like a metal detector, and it tells the merchant how good you are with certain spells? So they can properly... like, make you pay for them? But how does that make any sense? That doesn't make any sense to me. In any case, it begins to increase proportionally to how much you've improved your spell. So Magic Flames, for example, if you increase your spell skill with them, somewhat, it's like that's the only spell, well, the only spell, and you begin increasing that spell skill. As it goes up, the cost of Magic Flame goes up, to the point where if you had an improved Magic Flame, like, let's say you put an extra 50 points of skill into it, it'll be more expensive than Lightning Bolts will be. And it will do, of course, more damage than Lightning Bolts, but that's kind of like, that's really rude of a surprise. Okay, let's see. Side 4. Okay, so let's get healed first. Yes, please. Thank you, sir. I am curious, by the way, we have the gold ring. The gold ring. We have the crystal ring, but we have the gold key equipped. I don't think we have to equip the ring. Alright, we do not. We just have to have it on our person. Little empath of Owl Temple. Might as well buy 3 more. Up to 11 of them. Now, we have 2 exhibits that I'm aware of that we can... No, 3. Okay, we have 3 exhibits we can spend this garnet? Red garnet on. The effective native currency exhibit, which will give us gold. The storming gear exhibit, which will allow us to infiltrate... Is that the proper word? Well, storm is the proper word. To storm the fortress, which we have not yet seen on the map. We could also spend it on Trist to begin improving our intelligence. However, I just realized now, spend money so that we could buy more life elixir. Playing Trist is free the first time you do it with a garnet, but then, if you want to continue playing without getting another garnet, you have to spend money to do it. Unlike, did Stones of Wisdom cost money? I don't remember if it did. When you played it beyond using the one, like using an amethyst coin on that one. Getting the gold would allow us to outfit ourselves a little bit better when it would come to, before we visit the castle. And this is the wealthy, yep, this is the exhibit to spend our red garnet on. But then we would be at the mercy of RNG for when another one would be given to us. So I may end up doing it if we don't find storming gear. Ah, darn it. Alright, well, here's storming gear, guys. So let's go ahead and spend the red garnet here. It's the one I'm pretty sure we're supposed to spend this garnet on at this stage in the game. You haven't used this exhibit. 1 red garnet. This rope, grapple, and pulley are typical of the gear needed to storm a well-protected castle. In the hands of a master, in the dead of the night, few places are impenetrable. Do you want to borrow this gear? I mean, once again, you can say no, and you can just leave it here. But you're not getting any further in the story until you come back here with another red garnet to take it. They also say borrow. But, like, they don't tell you how long you're allowed to keep it for. We will have this gear until the end of the game. And you're not, to my knowledge, even allowed to return it. Like, you can't bring it back. It's yours. By borrow, they mean keep. For all intents and purposes. And it's a good thing they had that climbing gear there, too. Since without it, we wouldn't be able to make much more progress in solving the problems of this this continent. Unknown creature. What type of unknown creature? An Amazar. Hello, Amazar. How are you today? Sure, I'm gonna buy some food. Almost no money left. We're still gonna do it. So down here is Crystal Cove? Crystal Summit. Crystal Summit is the actual name. And this is a fancy rich town. Look at this. You got statues, some basalt tiles here, nice stone white walls. Look at this. It's like... This reminds me of like some sort of Parthenon. Like the structures remind me of Rome or Greece. It's a rich place. Oh, what's our balance here? 296. Not bad. Walk around just a little bit, earned us about $100. Let's see. We'll spend our $14 on 14 more days of food. Because we have a slightly higher charisma, food, I think, is 0.8 to buy it here. And I'm here specifically to sell our old great club. We will not be needing it. Deadly steel weapons. Okay, we earned an extra, what is that? $38? And do you have, well, we can't afford it. Superb flail. Nice. But $4.79. We'll make do with our good one. I guess we're leaving then. Okay, so let's see if we can find the place we're supposed to raid. A blood pup. Let's wait. Okay. It's not down that way. We can't cross the mountains there. I'm pretty sure it's on the other side of that mountain range. But without an amethyst, or I think it's an amethyst, gem, we will not be allowed to cross mountains. We can cross them briefly, as you just saw me do. Those are the mountain foothills. Lots of monsters out here today. Beat them all up with a club. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's think, Sphere. Alright, so what can we talk about while we're out here walking around? So I just uploaded part 4. It went visible on my channel today, on February 3rd, 2025. And I recorded it about 2 or 3 days ago. I have since recorded I think like a 4-hour, or maybe slightly more, slightly less, long video of the Sunless Sea. Because I wanted to show you guys how I play it, and what I thought of it. And I actually really enjoyed recording it when I was playing the game. Having the excuse to read what was ongoing is very pleasurable to me, because I like the excuse to read slowly the text that I see describing the events that are happening there. And I actually made quite a bit of money, which I was complaining about how slow that can be. So it wasn't so bad. So, my earlier statements about the game's grind don't really hold up that much. It still can be very slow and very grindy. But it also, with something playing in the background, like a podcast, or listening to someone else maybe play Sunless Sea in the background or in a different window so you can glance over it occasionally, really helps take away some of the grind of the game. It's got that... I feel like it's got that nice feeling of making the numbers go up. I just wish it was a little more forthcoming with the results of those numbers, giving you those increases a little easier, and for that one quest I had chosen being perhaps a little less lengthy to complete. I do have a few other problems, but I talk about them in that video, and we already talked about them otherwise in the last video, so we won't retread ground covered already. Let's try using the Spine Quiver's carcass for food. I'll try anything once. A Trillup. Hello, Trillup. How are you doing today? Oh, I don't need armor. I'm sorry. If you had offered me a weapon, I would buy it. Fetid Wheeze. As you may or may not know, I am playing Dungeons & Dragons with my family and friends, and I have been tempted to create some of these creatures in that world. Some of these things are really unique. I really like the idea of the blood pup. And there, viewer, is the Citadel, if I recall the name of it. Snap, fiend. Snap at ya. Oh my... I say oh my goodness all the time. Oh my badness. Another squeezer. Lots of exciting fights today. And one more before we step up to the Citadel. Okay. Before we go in, let's save the game. I discovered that I can warp speed this without trouble. As well, so I will do so. There we go. Smart Me has also... Oh, nope. There we go. Smart Me has also remembered to back up my save games on occasion in case something like I lose a recording occurs. So, but hopefully that will not be the case. All right, the drawbridge is up. You may wish to lower it. I mentioned that only because I mentioned warp speed and saving, so I was brave enough to try it off screen, and of course it did work. So, but I backed up my save files before it. I don't know why I'm babbling. Gotta fill the air with my voice, apparently. All right. Here we are in the Citadel. We're in the entrance. Now, what I find interesting about this place, by the way, is that, like, we're a serf. We were just made apprentice. And we apparently are really skilled at using a rope and pulley. I guess in our downtime, we must have watched lots of TV, in particular ones that had, like, assaults on castles with ropes and pulleys. I guess we kind of watched the Two Towers siege of Helm's Deep a bit to get an idea of what we're supposed to do. Also note that the guards don't seem to mind our presence here. Can we speak with the guards? The guard ignores us. Yep, doesn't care. He's not being paid to stop anyone from walking in here. He's being paid to get angry if anyone opens any of those circular chests that you see around here. Look at that sofa. Look at this sofa. That's an amazing sofa. Got a nice looking fireplace there. Sofa in the same room. Probably someone comes down here and reads on some sort of desk in the main lobby there. Those chairs are really far away. I don't really know what good they'll do. Different types of tile. Look at all the guards standing around here. Nice little bookshelf. Or a shelf with books on it. Hello, guards. Can we open up this door? The key does not fit. Well, I wouldn't expect our gold key to work. How about this place? Nope. Can we speak with this guard? Nope, just ignoring us. You don't mind. We can walk around all we like. That's a very suspicious looking chest, isn't it? In the center of this gigantic room. Now, how do we, in-game terms, or either lore-wise, how do we know this is where the orb is? My memory is telling me that I discovered its location here by speaking to one of the prisoners out in the world. One of them locked up in a jail. Look at the dungeon they have here. The guards still don't mind us being in here. Oh, God! Man, that poor guy was stretched till his spine snapped, and then he was just left there. These here are skeletons pinned to the wall. These are their arms. That's the top of its head. And this is a guy actually on the wall. Next to a battered figure. Let's speak to him. I'll never escape these chains alive. But I'll tell you this. You will need help to use the magical teleport. And the guards don't mind us even being in this part of the castle. I guess they're like, yeah, let him walk around here. This is what we'll do to him if we capture him. I'll never escape these chains alive. But I'll tell you this. I once angered the Lord. Think carefully on my message. I'll never escape these chains alive. But I'll tell you this. Step carefully through the flashing squares. Oh, I forgot about that puzzle. That'll be fun when we get to do that. How about this guy? I'll never escape these chains alive either. But I too will tell you something. The best treasures are well guarded. Alright, viewer. There are some chests in there. We may want to go in there and open them. Now, there are two ways, well, there's multiple ways, to go about solving the problem of this castle. They have the orb. I cannot for the life of me remember if the orb is something we will get during our first foray into the castle. I do, from my memory, from what it tells me, I think we're here 2 times or 3 times to fully clear the castle, if I remember correctly. And we don't have to raid every single chest. But if we're going to be fighting, it might be, well, obviously it'll be worth it. There's also, do we want to fight our way in through the castle, or do we want to fight from the end of the castle out to the entrance? I usually go into the castle and fight my way out, but I think this time we should probably do it the other way. This is one of the few times I don't have all 30 life elixirs with me, and I don't know if we'll have what it takes to clear the castle entirely and fight our way out of it. So I think we'll start at the beginning and fight our way in. Or, well, maybe, Tim. Maybe. If it looks bad, you can always try to make a beeline for the exit and avoid other... Well, but then again, it's probably safe. It's safer to start from the entrance and work our way in. All right. So with that said, let's start the fun. Okay, so we'll start with this guy. We'll also make sure our flail is equipped. It's the best weapon that we have. And to my knowledge, weapons cannot break inside castles. I would love to use spells here, but unfortunately, with a wisdom of just 15, our flame darts, well, at least, I'm sorry, our magic flames are likely to not work, but our glow tips and armor chance should work while we're here. I see him right near the guard. He sees us casting. He's just like, oh, wow. Well, I picked the wrong day to come to work. Yes, you did. Bam! 29 hit points. We take only 4? Man. Scraping the bottom of the barrel for good guards, I guess, these days. Oh, that 129 was the highest number we could have rolled. Okay, they're rather agile. Yeah, they're very agile. Good for them. Okay, that was a lot better. Let's clear the entrance, so this way we can always back out when we want to. Oh, open. Nothing opens. No, because I hit the button mindlessly. I may have to attempt to raise my dex after all. Uh-oh. Oh, this is really bad. We're going to be attacked by 2 guards. Okay, good. Not 2 guards. Looks like they have about 40 hit points. We need to clear the entrance. This way we can leave. Well, I thought this was going to be a lot easier than it's turning out to be. Based on that first guard's punch. I guess you can't judge a guard by the first one you kill. You gotta kill... I have to kill like 30 of them, so... At least they're not all shouting stop at me or halt over and over and over again like in Daggerfall. so annoying. 155. All right, not bad. So we could leave right now. We'd have profit $600 just doing that little fight. We'd have to wait a bit though before we return to the castle. And whenever, because the guards will remember us if we just walk back in here too quickly. And the guards will have respawned. All the guards respawn the moment you leave the castle. So we don't want to just walk out. Oh, red garnet. Okay. Probably used on Triss to help us out there. We'll spend some of this to help us out there. To help us improve our wisdom. And with the money we're making, hopefully we can play a few games of Trist. That will happen in a different episode, though, viewer. This castle raid is going to be the last of this particular one. I think Trist is based on a game called Mancella, I think is what it's called. And we saw a game like it in Quest for Glory 3 as well, when you play the son of the Simbani. What was his name? Mustafa. What's his name there? Look at me remembering that. I installed, by the way, on this computer, the old Space Quest games. That's me attempting to threaten you guys with playing them. I have beaten, for the Space Quest games, a long time ago, the first 3. I never got far in the 4th one, because we didn't have the copy protection, and we didn't buy the 4th one. We bought the first 3, but we didn't buy the 4th one. We got like a demo or something, and we didn't have the copy protection, so... So I never beat it, though I got up to the mall scene in that game. And I've not played any of the others. In fact, I know nothing about the other ones. Ooh! Okay, when we fall down to 100 hit points, we can consider using... Actually, at 90, we will use a healing potion. Oh, look at all those guards. My guardness, that's a lot of them. 6. And we tried the door already. Our key doesn't work. Alright, not bad. First section of the castle cleared. Walking out with an extra $1,200. Oh, okay. He's not paid enough to walk down here. He's as a guard. It's very important that you guard what you've been instructed to. And so he's been told to guard the purple area. So there's no way he's going to walk down here to the red area. Or actually, maybe he would. He finally decided, you know what? Maybe this was worth the extra pay. Sir, it was not worth it for you. bad. It'll be... I don't think I've ever done the castle and not had to use at least, like, 3 life elixirs during the raid, so... But it's, once again, it's been, like, 8 years, viewers, since I last played the game, so don't quote me on that. You cannot free the prisoners. They are stuck there. Nothing you can do will set them free. At least, to my recollection. Okay, we will now use a life elixir. Just to make sure I have that as my default. This is the action I do when I just mindlessly press the button. Let's do that. Always classed. Always cast more low tips. Uh-oh, this guard's a tough one. Or a dodgy one. Alright. Worthy guarding. Wow, look at all the money. Man, who would want to be a serf? Who wants to be a serf in this world? You know, just tending to your fields when you can raid a citadel, walk out like super rich and retire. Just pull all this money in the bank and then just live off the dividends of what your account balance pays you. There was a very old piece... Oh, I mean, this is very old. This is older, actually, than the game I'm about to mention. There was a game called Battletech for the PC, made way back when. I think it was Battletech. There were robots. You piloted it. One was called the Locust. You could walk out with something called the Chameleon, if I recall correctly. Was there one called the Stinger? I can't remember the other biped robot you could walk out of. But anyway, you started out in this training, these training grounds as someone who was learning how to control battle mechs and what have you. And there was I'll call it a bank, but it was more like a stock market. And you could invest in one of 3 different types of stocks, or I think that's about right. One always ever increased, but at a really low rate. One had could drop occasionally, but it's like a 70-30% chance whether it made money or lost it. And then there was another one that was kind of the opposite, or rather like a 40% chance it went up and a 60% chance it went down, but paid the most dividends. And so we would always be my brothers. We'd always save the game, put all the money into the one that would go up the most, and if it didn't, reload the game, put it into the one that would always go up, wait till it goes up, and then do it again. And we would do that over and over and over again, because it was the quickest way to make cash in that game. I think it was the only way to make cash in that game while you were actually inside the training grounds. There are some treasure chests down in here, so we will go down here and raid them after all. I like how it's a dark looking hallway and dark inside the torture chambers. I thought we had to be higher level for this. Like, I thought these guards hit harder. Like, they do 9 hit points for a 10. Seems to be the most that they'll... no, I think I saw one that hit us for 11. And where are we, by the way? The torture complex. The guards do not change what they say, to my recollection, and they say nothing different, whether or not you've killed all the guards in here. Ooh, 390. 2 life elixirs. Just with that chest, we'll make up for the 2 we're going to absolutely be using in this place. I should have tried to remember a little better. By that, I mean write down if there were any chests lower than this, because we don't need to go south if there aren't any more. But we'll kill this guard, I guess, to double check. I'm sure... oh, there is one. I'm sure that the manual indicated if the Lord of the Citadel, what type of personality or alignment he has. I mention that because, like, this is kind of rude for us to come in here and kill all these guards when they might not have done anything wrong. Like the orb. Cerebral says it was stolen. Was it stolen? Maybe he just sold it? Didn't get the price he wanted on the market? Figuring what the heck, country's going to ruin and I might as well sell this and blow the money on like hookers and blow? And the orc showed up like, hey, you bought a bunch of our hookers and you didn't pay us the amount you agreed to, and now he wants the orb back. Now that all this is over, maybe that's why he would encourage us to kill all the orcs in here, in the castle. You know, erase all the evidence. Maybe we're not doing the work for the good guys. A black key. Okay, that's all the treasure chests that we can access on this floor without using a key. So let's go ahead and use it. Look at this guy. Just standing here with all the combat was happening out there. He's got some shelves behind him. I don't for the life of me remember who this is or what he does for us. I don't remember. Where are we? Do we know where we are? We're in a dark room. Okay, this guy wants to remain mysterious. Well, let's talk to Mr. Mysterious Mage. Yep. Behold the Mysterious Mage. I have a certain orb, which I might sell to you. It is only 100 gold. But the price is not cheap. I'm going to say no at the moment. No? I suspect you'll be back. Him mentioning that reminds me that there is a penalty, in addition to the gold cost, obviously, of taking that orb. And I'd like to make sure I'm done clearing out the castle of all the guards before I take it. Let's see where else we can use this key. I don't think we have access to this yet. We do not. I think this is used in one other place. I do like that this game has more impactful repercussions for some of the things that you do, or requires you paying closer attention to your statistics, because I'm pretty sure that's what's going to be affected when we take that orb. Yeah, and I want to make sure that we clear these guys out. We're gonna have to fight 2 guards here. Okay, we got to kill the south guard first. As you can see, 2 guards really can lower your hit points quickly. And these are the weakest guards, obviously, in the game. Well, maybe the town guards are weaker. I think they're just as strong or slightly tougher. That's something we could have done. We could have robbed Crystal Summit's weapons store of its superb flails. But I don't know. I like playing the good guy in these games, for the most part. Like, we are supposed to be the hero. It's not like the princess gave the feather to someone who's going to murder her citizens. We may do it once just to show the world what it's like when you raid a town. I mean, it's effectively like raiding the castle. The only difference is that there's no chest to open, and instead you just say rob when you're near a counter to take money or weapons or armor from it. I think you can get a handful of food from the food merchant, too. Anyway, I am fairly certain that the orb will drain our strength. It's either our strength or our dexterity. I'm pretty sure it's strength that it takes when we touch the orb. So nerve-wracking. We did it. Another red garnet. We can use one of those on Wealthy and one of them on Trist. 530 gold. An iron key. Well, there's only one door left in the castle that we weren't able to open. This key hints that we have the mechanism to do that. Let's see what we can do. Hello, fancy chest. Another red garnet. Holy crap, 3 of them. I only know of 2 more exhibits. I'll have to make sure, I'll have to more thoroughly investigate the castle. Oh, what is this? This is kind of weird. Look at this floor. It like shifts around too, doesn't it? Let's go back out here first before we walk down there. Was there anything else here? Oh, this looks like a room that has a person in it. Look at this fool. Guess what his title is. You get one shot, viewer. You got 3 seconds left. Oh, he's not called a fool, he's called a jester. Once I did sing, once I did pluck. They said I was witty. They said I brought luck. I thought his title was a fool, not a jester. Oh, I am the fool then. I am the fool. Okay. One more time for this. Once I did sing. Once I did pluck. They said I was witty. They said I brought luck. But now I stand dressed in a gaudy clown suit till someone can find my magical loot. Well, a quest. But we didn't find any loots inside this castle. Besides all the loots we're walking out with. Ha ha! Yes! I still got it. Still got it. My father will be so proud. So that's, like, it's not very good for us, is it? And we've been to all the towns, I think. There might be one more town we have not been to. And then we have this room. So, to solve this room, we have to step on these spaces when it's that blue texture. Once you do so, that floor tile will never shift to another texture again. It'll remain there. I do not remember what happens if you touch a tile and it's not this blue color. You'll forgive me if I decide I don't want to try it. I don't want to just instantly die and lose all $6,284 that we possess. I think actually the room just locks and you cannot make any more progress through it. I think like this shuts, I think. And then you have to come back into the castle, where all the guards have respawned to get in here to do these things. An eagle statue. An amethyst coin. That is the next coin we need. Gem. The next gem we need to use in order to make more progress in this world. There's only one exhibit that we saw that uses it, and that would be the climbing gear, or mountain climbing. So that's a hint as to where we're supposed to go next. Travel across some mountains. Now, this is a teleporter. Normally, when you walk into one of these, it teleports you to wherever it's linked to. A spot someplace in the Citadel. But it's not working. That's because we don't know the command word to use when we stand inside that particular one. I think we will learn that from the Jester when we bring him back his loot. Now, since we've cleared out all the guards, and we do want Several's orb, let's go ahead and get the orb. Okay, we'll do it. Oh, God! It lowered our strength to 8! And brought us to 10 hit points! Oh, wow! If I had known it was going to lower my hit points, I wouldn't have used a life elixir. So it's also drained us, I suppose, it drained us 150 gold. So we can't walk out with that. We're dead. Strength returns. Oh, thank God. Okay. What's our strength back at to now? 15. So we lost 5 strength from that. I suppose we'll use another life elixir. But we don't recover any more strength. Let's speak to him again. Sometimes you can get more things than just, like, there's more interactions than just one by talking to people, as we've seen from the Prince and Several. Maybe we can talk, the mage can help us out a little bit. I'll have no more dealings with you until you have more status. So I'll mention it now. From my recollection, he will sell you back your strength at, I think, for like 1,000 or 1,500 gold, if I recall correctly. But apparently we have to level up, so he's not going to just give it back to us right now. Okay. As you can see, I wanted to kill the guards first because I didn't want to have to do that with just 15 strength. 5 extra strength kind of is like an extra, I want to say like 4 or 5 damage. Maybe maybe a little less than that, maybe 3. Still, that adds up over time, and I didn't want to fight those guards without it. We can't just leave the Citadel, by the way. You have to walk out of it. It's like one of those old school World of Warcraft dungeons. You know, like, wow, what were even the names of those? I haven't played World of Warcraft in like 10 years now. I can't remember a name of any of them. Not a single one. And one guard gets to live. One guard gets to tell the tale of terror about what happened inside this place. Okay. Well, we now have the orb for Several. Why don't we go ahead? First, though, and I would like to supply ourselves a bit by buying all the life elixirs that this money will get us. We want to go back up to because we're going to level up. This is the perfect opportunity for us to completely max out on them. Oh, 40 is a food only for snap beans. What's this? A Quasit Hound. So we're going to buy the life elixirs that we can. We'll go ahead and visit a town and put a bunch of money in there, assuming that we don't have any better gear for sale there. We'll visit several and give him back his orb, see what we have to do next, and then we'll call the session. A shoddy club. Okay, we can sell that at Crystal Summit. That is Thomas. Since I'm here. Oh, sorry, it's not Thomas. This is Ironwood. Well, Ironwood has a bank, so we'll go ahead and put some money in here now. Oh, sorry about that, viewer. Sorry. I sit here wondering why it's taking so long. I suppose something I should always do, but I tend not to do. By tend not to do, I mean I forget occasionally. Is to thank the people who have made this playable today. So, the designers of this C64 Vice emulator, thank you for creating this thing, such that I can play these games based on the ROMs other people have managed to upload. And thank you for the ROM holders, the people who have allowed me to get these, and for the people that cracked the game an age ago, Xenobits in this case, which has allowed me to play this game as well. We are not playing Dragon Wheel. We don't need to do that. I forget that's where the person is. I try to remember to always thank modders when I play modded versions of the game. Oh, no. As you wish. We no longer need to do parcel deliveries. Nor do we need to work anymore. I don't think so. I think we finally have potentially reached a spot where it's no longer needed. I'm going to leave $2,000 in the bank. No high-low. We'll do this once. 29 gold for a nice guy. You better be a really nice guy. Oh no! I forgot! We have to pay the whatchamacallit first. Oh, I forgot. All right. Well, this is a bit awkward. Then we have to fight our way out of the town. Can I just leave? Oh, this is super awkward. I meant to pay the guard first and did not do so. All right. Well, then we have to fight our way out. These guards are weaker. All right. Then we have to wipe out one town's worth of guards. But since you guys are going to do this to me, I'm going to rob your place as well. So, okay, well, we get to see this now. So, you can rob armor, weapons, food, and money from this place. You have to walk up to the counter and hit rob. You're allowed to rob, I think, each location twice. By location, I mean each merchant here in town. There's a chance, if I recall correctly, that you might not get anything from your robbery attempt. Broadaxe is available here. It's shoddy, though, but better than a good flail. We'll take it. Couldn't grab the block. Okay, we'll try one more time. We only get one more time. And we'll take another good flail then, if we can. Couldn't grab it. Okay, so we failed to grab those. So we don't get any weapons. I'm so sorry, banker. We'll take our interest payment now. Now, we can't come back to Bad Axe for a while, and even though we deposited 2,000 gold in this bank, to my knowledge, the bank's not going to remember that I did it. We still have all our money in the bank. It must go to some magical storage where it's kept safe. Because if I was the banker, and I saw this guy walk into town, and then, murder all the guards and rob all the shops, I might decide that the money that he's got in his account should probably be flagged and, frozen so he can't use it. Nobody answers. Oh, I always feel guilty robbing the food guy, but we're gonna do it again. I didn't mean to do this. This was an actual accident. But as long as now we have to walk out, we might as well go ahead and, get something for the effort. Kind of a tough exit. Well, quite a few guards guarding the exit too, in case you're up to no good. Now, to be fair, I don't remember. It probably did, but I don't remember the game manual warning you about talking to criminals first. And I would not have expected this to be the case. Well, like, then again, it's not like in real life you can just go and talk to prisoners either. It has to all be arranged for you to do so. Hello, bone worm. Oh my goodness! I keep saying that. that apparently is the go-to statement I make instead of "it is what it is." All right, I have to break that habit. That's annoying that now I've detected myself saying this. Trillup, do you have any healing potions? We don't need any, so use clubs. Like out for revenge, apparently. No more glow tips. We are good. Okay, disc 4 it is. I haven't saved the game since we walked into town, but I'm not imagining any trouble. You know, I've never tried killing the people in a temple before. Oh, I don't think you can. Everyone's safely behind things in here, and you can't reach them with a ranged weapon either. I think. We will not open the archives. We'll spend gems later. We've already been playing for like slightly over an hour, I think, at this point. Remember how much money we have, viewer. Remember how much money we have, because we're about to buy 24 life elixirs. Embed of Owl Temple. Look at all that gone. 30, to my recollection. We'll try to buy one more, though I don't think we can. Yeah, yep. Only allowed to have 30. You can't carry any more. Now that said, that's a lot of potions. Holy crap. We must have some sort of special magical bag, like a bag of holding or something, right? From like Dungeons and Dragons. Something that is some sort of quantum or temporal in nature that can hold it much more than it looks like it can. What was that in Sword Stars? Like a Tesseract well, right? So technically, we still have about $2,700 left over, and we fully purchased every single life elixir we could possibly want. Now, you might be saying, Tim, you did really well in that one dungeon. Do you really need that many elixirs? And probably not this early. We would be able to handle what the next dungeon, which I believe is the next stop for us. Without too much trouble. You're within range. Do you have anything to say for yourself? No, you have something nasty to say to me. I don't know why I even bothered. Brain spates. I very rarely, as you can tell, I very rarely charge in these combats. I'd rather just get the more likely hit, even though it's less damage. Spine quiver avoids us. Anyway, there will be locations later, like the Citadel that we went into, where it is very tough. Very tough. And we'll be drinking a good amount of potions. There's also one encounter with someone behind a, well, counter, that will require you to have like 10 or so life elixirs, or 15, in order for you to successfully best this gentleman at a contest of strength. If you don't have them, he will stop the battle in order, I believe, not to kill you. But, well, we need this many. And it is best to buy them now, that they're as cheap as they are, than buy only a handful, and then later on have to buy more of them. Just smarter to do it now. It's like in Pathologic. You know, buy the food early before the town becomes aware that it's about to be panic time. All right, we'll save the game here really quick. Let's see, Control 8 pops that up. Do that warp speed. Do this, Control 8. Select this and go. Okay, castle time. We do have the Eagle Temple, whatchamacallit, a statuette to deliver. We'll do that next episode, too. Oh, warp speed's on. It's a good thing good thing the game didn't crash. I've heard of people who have had some really bad experiences with warp speed when they actually play the game, as opposed to just loading things. Okay, we can use our gold key. All right, Severall, we are back, sir. A little bit of warp speed, but not too much. I don't want to miss whatever he says. Greetings from the wizard Severall. You found my orb! Thank you. My magical senses are once again whole. Yeah, sure. We already know what you did. Endurance +5. I've been saving these laggard vapors for someone like you. You'll find them of considerable benefit. Let me explain these really quick, because it seems like people... I tried watching one or two people play the game. Well, I did watch them play the game. Didn't try watching them play the game. And they were confused by what these do. Laggard vapors are a usable item similar to your life elixirs. When you use them inside a castle, or like the Citadel we were just in, or say the fortress, someplace like those, not say like a town, though they might be usable in town, they add a chance that the guards pass their turn instead of moving. They will still, to my knowledge, recollection, always attack you. They won't pass their turn altogether, but they might not move towards you. The more of them they use, I believe, the more likely the effect is. But you don't get them very often. Serval will give them to you on occasion. They're more useful to you when you have a ranged weapon at some point. And I don't think they can be used in every single location. I think the harder level of the fortress, I don't think they work there, I think. But we will use them when we go back to the Citadel again to show you how they work. Before you leave, I must tell you that the earthquakes are continuing. Something seems wrong with the land itself. You didn't level us. Okay. Well, okay. I thought for sure we would be leveled. We turned your orb for you. I mean, he did give us some statistics. He gave us +5 endurance. I won't say no to that. It means we take less damage when we're struck. Yeah, still an apprentice. Let's go speak with the prince. Maybe he's the one who levels us. I don't think he is, though. I think it is Severall. Oh, I meant to... I probably began the speech to say, but didn't quite complete. The chests in the Citadel will also refill themselves over time. Though it tends not to be worth going out of your way to check if they're opened, if the floor's already active. And it's rather time-consuming to open one or two chests and then kill all the guards to walk out. So I tend not to loot them again. Visit Cereval, then come back to me. Oh, okay. Okay, yep. So that tells us we have leveled up. No problem. Cereval forgot to tell us that. He's an old man. He can be forgiven for forgetting things. Or maybe, well, he can be forgiven. Anyone can be forgiven for anything, technically. All right, Sephiroth, let's see what you have to say. Yup. Just waiting around. There's an old game viewer. Oh, hello again. In reward for thy exploits, I appoint the adventurer. Also, here are 2 laggard vapors for your use. I suggest you now see the prince. Could we have leveled up before we had gone to the castle? Maybe if we had used the red garnet in a different location, we might have actually been leveled first. I don't think it worked. I don't think so. How many laggard vapors do we have? 4 of them. Okay. You'll note that our hit points are not automatically increased to our new total. I believe our new total is 500 now. The king's staff is the source of much power. Sadly, it was stolen when he was kidnapped. We've tried ever since to find the staff. Finally, we may know its location. I hear that Lord Mantrick bought the staff on the black market and has it in his citadel. For the sake of the kingdom, I hope you can recover it. But don't take Mantrick lightly. All right. Mantrick kept the orb with his... Oh, I guess... You know what? I guess the mage that we talked to was the one who bought the orb. And Mantrick was one who... I guess everyone in the Citadel likes buying stuff on the black market. That must be the equivalent of Amazon. Man. Sorry, just thinking. 20 years ago, I don't think Amazon existed, did it? And the internet was still rather newish in terms of the power and so I can't think of the other word I want to use in terms of what's out there now and how it's built effectively. My goodness, what will 20 years from now bring? Assuming I live, which is not guaranteed, I would be almost 70. Man. Okay, sorry. Beginning to daydream about stuff that doesn't matter. Alright, guys, so thank you all for watching. This has been more Legend of Blacksilver. I'm still waiting for the screen to load. I forgot to hit warp speed. We'll hit it now. There we go. Alright, guys, so thank you again for watching. And I will see you all in the next one. There will be no gaming. There'll be no recording. I will not be playing this in between this and next episode. There'll be no grinding or anything of the sort to do. We'll do everything next on screen, and I will see you guys then. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.